Hello. Thank you, Amanda, for curating such an incredible and thoughtful and grace-filled evening, bringing together all of these voices who are determined to go forward and not go back, who all believe that a Harris Walls ticket is our chance at the possibility of creating the world that we want to see, that curates joy and beauty and a new way forward instead of the ways that we continue to curate destroying one another, both in our nation and in other parts of the world. I believe that our only possibility of that is with a Harris Walls ticket. I'm reading a poem that I actually wrote in 2016, so I am going back a little bit. It was written on Election Day, and it's unfortunately still relevant today, but I believe a Harris Walls ticket might change the tune. It's called America's Place to Eat. This is the Waffle House. The gray puddle on the floor behind the counter, the chime of the tapping fork, when the server occasionally steps on its teeth in her hospital shoes, the soaked towels no longer white, crumpled and tucked under the chrome sink basin, and the garnet witness of ketchup gone wild. It should all disgust me, probably, but the Waffle House is this. The dreadlocked man tucks his dress tie between the window of two buttons of his shirt. The man beside him, not with him, lifts his MAGA hat every once in a while to wipe his brow. It's not hot in here. The woman with her hair coiled into tiny fists, pulled into a bun, has a hole in her smile. A teenager with Down syndrome orders just a bit too loudly and nobody stares. A family of 5 walks in. We're all actually thinking about what everyone else is thinking of us, which is to say all we do is think of ourselves. Maybe it should disgust us on this election day, America as fragile as that mug just before its apparent suicide. Or was it murder? I am not a witness. It happened before I arrived, but a woman whose yellow badge says Melissa just now finally scrapes its pieces into a long-handled dustpan. The Tabasco and Heinz 57 and Pace Picante stacked in the cubby are obedient soldiers falling in line. Fall. That's different from the season outside, different from descending into sin, not the same as Rome in shambles. Finished, yells the teenager, and we all watch this time. We watch him slide his plate to the Formica counter's edge. It squeals. If it falls, how quickly will Melissa and the broom take care of those syrupy, buttery shards? I consider being disgusted as this cup who meets more mouths than I could ever kiss lifts to my lips, but instead I nod yes when Sue asks if I want more coffee. I prefer tea, Earl Grey, but America's Place to Eat deals only in a few preferences, scattered, smothered, covered, chunked, diced. It's like they serve up murder at the Waffle House. I close my eyes and say grace, which feels right today. Are we all disgusted? Is that why we've come here together, to be disgusted, to eat comfort food that poisons our gut? Are we all here wondering if tomorrow we'll know how to smile at our neighbors? Which is to say, how will we ever go back to ignoring all the grime in this place? How will we move again without stepping on all the debris?